Hey, folks, we didn't really talk much about your time in Golden State. That was a shuffling time kind of in your career, but you were there on the onset of when Jordan Poole was coming onto the scene. You were playing over there with him. What made you see? What did you see in him where you were like, oh, this guy is a starter in this league. This guy could be a guy who could eventually get this big contract.
Honestly, I didn't see that. Honestly, I knew he had game. He's like my little brother. Like, he reminded me of myself so much just from everything off the floor. The way he talked shit, the way he carried himself, the arrogance about him. I'm not saying any of that's a good thing, but as a young player, that's what they judge you for. And I saw all of that. I saw them judging him for that. I saw his game and how he carried over to just learning how to be a pro. And he's got some killers next to him, so he's eventually gonna get it. But I didn't know he was going to be as nice as he was. I remember when it was him and Tyler Hero, and we were all talking, and I was just like, I think Tyler might be better than him. And Dre was like, nah, I don't know. JP got some shit. And then I started watching him a little more, and we start playing, and Steph got hurt, so JP played way more. Clay was hurt that year. So it was me, JP, Draymond, and a bunch of random other guys. And we, no disrespect to the other guys,
No,
but
you're good.
We all was just playing, and he got to get his burn in, and you could see the potential in his game. He was super crafty, and he could do a lot of things with the ball and without the ball. And he had Steph and Clay with him, so they kind of molded him into this guy that was just fearless behind the 3-point line. And playing with those guys, everybody feels that way, so I don't blame him. But I knew he had some game, and then that year was just kind of a blur. Like I said, everybody was hurt. We weren't winning. The Warriors on like a 5-year run before that. So I think it was a gift and a curse that guys got hurt that year to give those guys some rest. And 50, 30, 40 games in, I was out of there.
Hey, so the vibe of because a lot of people aren't NBA players, but the vibe of getting traded.
Ask questions? I just ask questions.
But no, y'all did that.
It was fun, though. It was fun just getting there, coming with that new energy. We started winning. Then it looked up. We had a chance to make a run, and we had a successful little run, and then we had a chance to make it to the playoffs and go further, and we did that. And you look up, man, and we in the Western Conference Finals, and it's like, let's keep going. But obviously, we lost to the champions, and I mean, it's hard to just show up and win it all like that in this league. So I was more than happy with our success.
Only team. It's a few teams that do it. It's only a few teams that beat Clay, Steph, and Draymond in the playoffs. A lot of people don't even talk about that. One of the only teams. Think about that shit, bro.
I think the Warriors were they were like favorite. Like people really just thought the Warriors were on that war path and just gonna slice through everybody. How were you guys able to do that? What was the game plan?
Me, honestly, Personally, I always felt like the Warriors were like a team you couldn't bet against, right? Like, they always figure out whatever formula y'all trying to approach them with. Steve Kerr is a scientist. His y'all trying to approach them with. Steve Kerr is a scientist. His y'all trying to approach them with. Steve Kerr is a scientist. His supporting coaching staff, they're all scientists over there. So they gonna put y'all trying to approach them with. Steve Kerr is a scientist. His supporting coaching staff, they're all scientists over there. So they gonna put y'all trying to approach them with. Steve Kerr is a scientist. His supporting coaching staff, they're all scientists over there. So they gonna put